Greetings and welcome to Pandemonium, featuring your host, Wolf King. We are discussing currently the opening in Portland, Oregon of the first Educatin Satan after school club. And as a good, let's say, vocal tool, we have a call for an uprising, giving some of the commentary.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. As most of you know, I've been documenting this after-school Satan program, which a lot of schools have been petitioned to allow to come in. The schools that the Satanists have been targeting are the schools that have the Good News Club, the after-school Christian program. And as you've heard me say time and time again, this is absolutely disgusting and disturbing. This is the targeting of young children to be indoctrinated with Satanism and occultism. And it appears as if they finally have gotten what they've wanted.
His paranoia is delectable, isn't it?
That a school in Portland, Oregon has granted approval to the local Satanic Temple's request to set up the after-school program, which will be directed at 10-year-old children. Absolutely horrifying, absolutely hideous. It's not a surprise that they finally got this through. As I reported last week, they were threatening lawsuits against some of these schools that were not allowing them to be in there. They were petitioning against them. And this school in Portland appears to be the first school that is officially allowing it. A few other schools, there were articles out saying that they were going to get into those schools, but nothing had really of it. I know some people out there had messaged me and had called the schools and stuff, and there was nothing finalized. But this appears to be finalized. It's been being reported out of many local affiliates out in Portland, Oregon, that the Sacramento Elementary School in the Park,
Oregon
Rose School District will be the first to allow this horrific satanic nightmare to enter the schools as they continue to target these young children that they want to indoctrinate with Satanism. It is a gateway for them into the occult. And of course, they play this off as if it's an atheist after-school program that's going to be discussing science and also.
Well, the Satanists are
related to Satanism.
Hang
Everybody
on.
continues to fall.
Well, the thing here,
this lie.
the thing here is the Satanic Temple is an atheist organization. They're atheists. They don't believe in any god. Satan is just a symbol for free thought, skepticism, challenging authority, all those positive things that sort of invoke the symbol of the adversary. So if you allow one group in, you gotta let them all in. That's just separation of church and state. That's the rational enlightenment principles that make up our country. So
this is how they've been told. The Satanists have been told to go about business this way, whether it's through Crowley's teachings or through Anton LaVey's teachings. They've been told to hide what they do, to play innocent, to play dumb, to pretend it's not real, that there's not blood rituals. Obviously, they're not going to come out.
Well, it's not necessarily like hiding or anything like that. They're letting their views be open in a public sphere. I mean, that's just how society works. I mean, it's not some big secret. It's not some diabolical thing. That's just the rational enlightenment principles that help make up our society. Reason, skepticism, and freedom of expression. You really know leg to stand on with this complaints. Let's just hear more further, and then I'll give my final analysis.
Out and say that they perform rituals and sacrifices and pedophilia. I mean, they can't come forward and say that stuff, can they? You know? So now they're going after these kids, and it's it's horrifying what's going on in the United States of America. It's absolutely horrifying. We're talking about 10-year-olds. We're not talking about even having a satanic temple in your town, which is bad enough, which is a nightmare in its own right. We're talking about the targeting of 10-year-old kids whose parents are probably both at work, who don't have the time to even care, or all they'll get is a pamphlet and they'll say, oh, is this what they're teaching? Oh, whatever, go ahead and join it. Kids will see, oh, look, the devil, oh, it's cool, oh, it's fun, it's edgy.
Okay, a couple of things. First off, if the parents don't care, if they're fine with it, why do you care? And two, with regard to the 10-year-olds, and let me just say, pedophilia, that's a priest thing. First off, let's just keep it real with that one. But yeah, the kids they'll be fine. All they'll be doing is learning science and philosophy. All right, we actually need more science literate kids who are aware of the of art and nature that exist around them. All right, that's the alternative to being indoctrinated with, follow Jesus or burn in hell. There's nothing wrong with actually having the opposing side there. And what I think is interesting is that um, with the religious right, they look at human nature, they look at the mind, they look at how we are as a species, and they say that we are fallen, we are sickened um, by having knowledge of ourselves. Sort of they blame that on Satan. That by looking into the nature of us as human beings, we're evil or adversarial or something. I mean, it's it's just ridiculous. Not adversarial, but somehow evil. They blame it on fallen angels and demons and stuff like that. When really it's all in the mind. You know, it's all rooted in our environment, in our genes, through like laws of physics and stuff. And to avoid that and try to create some magical story about how we're all created to serve some divine father figure, some North Korean motherfucker, almost reminiscent of. I'd rather be an adversary. I'd rather be a skeptic, a rebel to ignorance, as much as I can. But a little more of this shit, and then we'll be done.
And even kids whose parents won't allow them in it, they're going to be indoctrinated with it in some way because other kids in the school who go to this are going to tell their friends about it. They're going to tell other kids about it. Kids are going to ask because they're going to be curious because it's going to be getting attention, and they're going to say, what is it? What's going on in there? Oh, and they're probably going to be doing all sorts of fun things like indoctrinating kids with Harry Potter. I mean, they have the coloring book. I mean, it's just almost, it's so unbelievable to me. It blows my mind how they sit here and they talk about how this is, this group.
Kids playing with sticks and magic shit happening. Isn't that in the Bible with Moses and shit? Turning sticks into snakes and stuff, making water go forward, like split in half, like whole seas. Kind of Harry Potterish. But yeah, this guy's got nothing to stand on. Soon it'll happen, and kids will have that option, and secular America will be stronger for it. But that's my video. This has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Later.